with Sterling saying that newspapers and the media as a whole is fueling racism in football at the moment, does the media need to improve their treatment of black players whenever they're covered in stories? Joe, if you want to start this off, I mean, what are your initial thoughts really about the situation that Sterling had to go through and his response to it on Instagram the following day?
First of all, it makes me feel quite sad that there's still like racism, sexism, and obviously the homophobia and all that lot still in the world today. And obviously there's no place for it in the world of football either, or sport in general. I think it is poor that it is poor that this has happened, obviously. And I think the newspapers at times, I did see those articles. I think they were posted during the summer.
One was posted in January and the other one was posted not too recently long ago in October. The Tosin one was posted in January because that's when he got his new deal with City. And the first thing that he did was buy his mum a house. And then Phil Foden, I think it might be when he got his new deal in October, and then straight away he did the same thing. So it's only 10 months apart between two stories, but completely different portrayal in the media.
Yeah, and when I saw that, someone pointed it out the other week, and it's not been brought up until Raheem Sterling brought it up properly. Nobody's picked up on it other than the person. I think it was some random Twitter user that pointed it out, and I thought they've got a point there. That what's the difference between the two people buying a house?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, if I was lucky enough to be a professional footballer and I was in that sort of money, I'd buy my family members all a house. If I had enough money, you do it. It's a way of repaying your parents for helping you out to get to where they are, and that's what they've done. I just don't get what is wrong with it. And the only obvious thing is the fact that they don't agree with a certain race buying a certain thing.
Well, the argument that Piers Morgan brought to the table
Let me guess something nasty.
on Twitter afterwards, because it was mainly the Sun newspaper that received a lot of criticism as well, and he's in charge of that. Is that the media has done stories like this in the past, and they've done stories like this about the likes of Wayne Rooney and David Beckham and Gascoigne in the past. And Gascoigne is an extreme case, really. But people like Beckham and Rooney, he said, everyone's subject to the criticism because of the stage that they're on and the things that they do and things like that. And he said, if we were doing these stories about Rooney and Beckham, no one will really bat an eyelid. But because it's Sterling, everyone thinks that we're being racist. And I was like, I can see your point in that, but at the same time, I don't think it's a valid one either, because in my recollection, I don't think Sterling's really done anything, as bad as what Rooney and Beckham have done over the years to receive that kind of treatment. I mean, Luke, what do you think about this whole thing?
Well, I think it's disgusting, to be honest, because especially during the World Cup and before the World Cup, Raheem Sterling was getting slated for getting a normal flight home or something like that. I feel like for him, he's been slated a lot because of where he is, and especially during the World Cup, he was slated, especially with the gun tattoo that he had for. I think he had for a few months before the World Cup, which they only brought up during the before the the camp, the training camp and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think it's just horrible, really.
It's not good. It's not good. I'm just going to ask you to move your mic slightly to the left so then I can see you. No, don't move yourself. I need to actually get it on the camera. So just help him out, Joe, whilst I do a little bit more speaking. So we did have a game during the whole Sterling situation between Chelsea and Manchester City. And unfortunately, it was overshadowed in the end by the Sterling situation. But overall, I think everyone's glad that it's been brought to attention. But hopefully now we get some improvement now, and hopefully it becomes a little bit better as well. Because to be honest, I probably go in more press rooms than you guys. But you don't see that many black journalists there either. So maybe that's the problem. I think a couple of people brought out that problem as well. More diversity probably needed in the media in order to give a more fair and unbiased opinion of all players of all backgrounds. And if that does change, then maybe it'll help to improve coverage of of players like Sterling, or of players of minority backgrounds in the future, and hopefully more diversity in newsrooms and things like that will provide a better platform for coverage of anyone from a minority background, and hopefully it will improve moving forward. But